Hey, welcome, Douglas Peacock here. Welcome to today's live, and it's just a nice little gentle reminder on by being yourself, you are enough. You know, how many of you guys out there are always wanting to be enough for everybody else? This is such a huge thing for so many people. We go out there, we're wanting to be enough for our teachers, we're wanting to be enough for our boss, we're wanting to be enough for our partner, we're wanting to be enough for this, for that, everything. But have you ever stopped and actually said, am I enough for me? Are you enough for you? How do you know that you're being enough for you? What would that look like? What does not being enough look like? How would you respond? How would you treat yourself? Just by being you and being that love inside of you, and cherishing everything you do, it affects everyone around you. And if you can know that you are enough for you, you may just give the person that needs it beside you permission to be enough for them. It's such a subtle little thing, yet most people don't know how to be enough for themselves. And this is something that we look at and we dig into to really actually take notice on how good you are. When you do something great and someone compliments you, do you allow yourself to take it in? Or are you just off on to the next thing? Oh yeah, okay, thanks, and move on. When you recognize you're enough and you allow yourself to know yourself as being enough, you allow yourself to cherish the rewards. What also happens, because you're enough and you're sitting in wholeness, you become open to be able to see a different way, a different point of view. Because you realize it's not personal, it's not an attack on you. And people are just sharing their opinions. And because you know that you're enough inside and you love yourself enough, and you're not trying to be bigger than what you are, you just are you. What happens is you become more compassionate. You're more understanding. You may see someone that is struggling with something and you don't take it personally as a personal attack against you. It is just energy. So the importance on being enough and knowing you're enough for you, not for anyone else. If everyone knew they were enough for themselves, then we would live in such a loving world. Yet often we're trying to be enough for everyone. I want to be enough for the coach. I want to be enough for the teacher. I want to be enough for the boss. I want to be enough for my partner. And the funny thing about it, when you got with your partner, the more you love yourself, the more love they receive. And this is something from a healing point of view. I see so many healers out there, and they make me smile. And like I've walked into many places and they find out what I do. Oh, so what sort of healing do you do? And it's like almost like you pull your coat open and you show all your swords and all that. And I just say, I just love people. I actually love myself and love them for being them. Because true healing happens when you are able to be enough in yourself and you hold the space and you know the truth of wholeness. You know the truth of love. And what happens for the person that is coming to see you, you see them as the same, as love, as wholeness. You do not buy into their illusion where they are caught, where they are struggling and they have a mind virus going on inside of them telling them that they're not good enough or this or that. They have incorrect thinking going on inside their mind. Hey, we all do it, so don't get all self-righteous about this. But when you can hold that space of love because you know you're enough, they feel safe to be enough in themselves. And what happens is they open. and healing takes place. But you, when you sit in this place in yourself and you realize that you are enough for your partner, your kids, then they can be enough in themselves. And the healing and the love happens. And then everybody continues to grow and evolve and do what happens. And we've always got challenges. There's always ups and downs. You don't worry about that. But when you're enough and you face a challenge, you know you're enough in that challenge because you give 100% of yourself to the challenge that is in front of you. And it's such a beautiful concept when you get it. It's such a beautiful way of living. And I wish this for you. So allow yourself to think, how would I know that I am enough for myself? What would I need to do? What would I be doing? What behaviors, what habits, what structures would I be putting in place that would be a representation of me being enough? And you just sit there and you go, well, to be honest, I don't know. And there's a great place to start because you may not have looked there before. And this is some time where you do some reflective thinking, where you actually sit and ask yourself, well, hold on, how do I know I'm enough? What is it? What would it be? And you ask your partner, hey, how would you know, how would I be being enough for you? And they go, well, you'll be like this. You go, oh, you know, I do that some of the time, but I don't do it all the time. And only when you know you're enough inside yourself do you know how you want to be treated. And then you can share that with your partner and your friends and things like that. Because you come from a place of wholeness. It's a simple little thing, but it's actually quite huge. And I just drop that in there and just drop it in your contemplation and think about it and just be in this beautiful place of love. And I'll tell you, your relationships change so much when you begin to master this energy. I wish you the best and I look forward to seeing you on Friday. Blessings.